Welcome to It's Been How Long? The podcast about Cherry Hill High School East students from the late 1970s and early 80s. This is Kara Siegel. I'd like to welcome in Kathy Bell Somer to the It's Been How Long podcast studio today. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Karen, how are you today?
I am doing great. Thank you for agreeing to be on the podcast.
Oh, well, no, thank you for having me. I feel very honored and humbled. Um, Ready to go.
All right. All right. So I'll start like I usually do. It's been 44 years. Where are you and what are you doing?
Currently, I live in Northern Virginia, where I've lived in various different parts of Northern Virginia, pretty much since college graduation. A couple months in Cherry Hill, gone out of there and moved here. Um, let's see. Um, Worked in social work type stuff with people with disabilities of all sorts, intellectual disabilities, mental health, autism, etc., etc. And that's pretty much what I did my whole career until I retired early, which was great because my husband was in a position to let me do that. So I became a stay-at-home mom when my oldest was a senior in high school. um, let's see. I think that's kind of, recently I bought a house in Florida, so about a year ago, and that's been great. Although a little bit of a headache from afar to take care of, but I plan on spending 4 or 5 months a year down there, and the rest of the time up here. My husband's probably not going to retire for a long time. He, I don't see him relaxing and doing nothing. Well, not that I do nothing, but
No, no. Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
retired, so
I am. Yeah,
I
no.
mean, that's kind of it in a nutshell. I've been with my husband for it'll be 34 years next month that we've been married together, like 38,
Oh, wow.
and have
Congratulations.
two
That's great.
kids.
How many kids?
Two kids.
Two
The
kids?
eldest just graduated law school, studying for the bar. She lives in DC. My other lives in Tampa. She went to college there and just graduated as well. And that's
Congratulations.
it. And then they are quite the opposites. One's my academic star, and my other's the athletic star.
Okay. So each one got part of your personality.
Yeah. I I was thinking back to the days, we called them like the freaks and the jocks and the nerds and stuff. And I remember thinking all the time, I'm in all those groups. Like, probably most people are just in one or the other. I was in all of them.
There you go.
At least I thought so. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did you study? Yeah, so well, I'll drop back. So you left the high school and went to
Duke. I'm sorry. Did I
yeah.
skip that part?
No, no, no. That's me. That's me asking the question now. Yeah. And
I went
so
to Duke. I played field hockey for 2 years.
oh, you
So
did. Okay, that was going to be another question. Yeah.
yeah, and so I was a computer science major, and playing field hockey got me free tutors.
Okay.
And after 2 years, I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with this field hockey thing, and went into my next computer science class on my own with no tutor and said, "Oh, this isn't happening anymore." And then I was a psychology major, and lo and behold, that's actually what I went into. So
There you go. Oh,
there
that's
you
great.
go.
So
Dad
what are
was
you?
not pleased.
Oh, you did.
Oh, what do you mean a psych major?
But you
Anyway,
made a career of it.
yeah, did
That's-
enjoyed it most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do for fun when you're not working on the house or all the various things you do?
Well, my husband and I, we both like to see a lot of live music, so
Oh, great.
we go out to area places, arenas, and big places, but also, the neighborhood bar that might have somebody playing. So music a big part of our life, and sports. I like to, nowadays watch sports.
Yeah.
particularly the Duke basketball team, of course,
Of
which
course.
is it just like Chapel Hill, like it's a good team to root for because they win a lot. um,
Well, if you
anyway,
recall, I'm a UVA grad, so we've had our ups and downs.
Tony Bennett's great though. So,
Oh, I know. He's fantastic.
what else do I do? I spent a lot of time in the water, either the ocean or the pool, even when I'm in
Oh, great.
Virginia. My main form of exercise is in the water.
Oh, that's great.
Very
That's great.
comfortable in the water.
Yeah.
Plus, right now I need knee replacement surgery. So,
Uh, so I
uh,
guess pickleball is not in your immediate
now,
future.
in fact, pickleball was one of the things that irritated it because
Oh, okay.
got the little knee brace, and the next 3 days I was down for the count.
Ooh,
And I was like, "Ugh, I really need to get this looked at."
yeah.
So,
Oh, well.
but again, I'm not getting that till October because I can't be in the water for 4 weeks. And I'm like, that's not happening in the summer.
Right, 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 right.
I'll
Yeah.
take care of that.
Yeah. Did you have a job back in high school?
I worked at Ponzio's a
Oh,
lot of
you
years.
did.
And it was great. I also continued that into college. So if I came home for Christmas, broke as most of us were, I could just pop right back in the schedule for 3 or 4 weeks and make some money. So Ponzio's was the main thing. And now I don't know when I did that, but I worked at a lot of the pool in the summer, the pool snack bars
Oh, okay.
area. But I couldn't tell you whether that was high school or before or both
Yeah.
or what. But that was my job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ponzio was great to me. Made
Yeah.
me a lot of money.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, so I know you were in field hockey. You were part of the championship team
Yeah.
and basketball.
Basketball.
Do you recall how was our basketball team?
Well, we were great when Valerie Still was there. If you recall her. Do you remember her? I think she still has the record at University of Kentucky for scoring the most points in a career, man or woman.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Wow.
that's where she wound up. So yeah, we did pretty okay, I think.
Okay. And then
Mm,
softball.
And we can't. Neither of us seem to recall
Can't
how we
recall.
did. It was not impactful, I guess.
We'll have to check ourselves
Yeah,
with
and you know what
BJ and
I
ask
did?
ask BJ what
Yeah,
the
well,
record was.
I noticed it wasn't in the yearbook either.
Yeah.
As I go
Yeah.
into the yearbook, that I had to get out
Yeah.
for.
So-
I think there was an insert of the spring sports,
oh, that might have been it.
but
Yeah.
that seems to have disappeared. But yeah, I don't know how we
Uh,
did.
all right. So throughout your career, have you had a chance to do any traveling?
Oh yeah, we travel a lot. Well, now of course I'm traveling Florida quite a bit,
Yeah.
but we've traveled most of the United States. I probably have hit up 35, 40 states.
Oh,
I
great.
couldn't really tell you, but a lot of places. Um, and probably, can you tell I'm a beach lady? Like I've
Yeah.
probably been to 12 Caribbean islands,
Oh, nice. Nice.
but only once to like Europe, and
Okay.
that was fun,
Hmm.
too. But yeah,
Beach
uh,
is your vacation of choice.
people were like, "Oh, the mountains." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great for a
Yeah.
day."
Oh, that's good. That's good. Um, was there a class that you particularly enjoyed at East or a teacher?
So I do remember Mr. Belgica. Of
Yeah.
course, everybody knew him. But also, one of the things I tell my kids is about computer class. Do you remember? I mean, it was this
We did
humongous
base.
thing
Yeah.
bigger than a Xerox machine,
Yeah.
and it shoved all these cards in there. And
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Punch
it's
cards and
more
basic.
remembering how antiquated it is now.
Yeah.
To, to us then, it was like cool shit, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Whoops,
yeah.
am I allowed to?
Yeah. That's okay.
I'm not real TV.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you have a high school sweetheart?
Well, Bobby Ramsey was my main um, guy in
Hmm.
high school. He was a year older,
Okay.
and we kind of, this is by memory, but kind of saw each other after that because he went to school probably He went to Elon when I went to Duke.
Okay.
And so we were an hour and 15 minutes away,
Yeah, it wasn't
something
that
like
far.
that.
Yeah.
But over time, you know how it happens. But we remained friends, and he used to come see me. But we were probably Facebook. We are Facebook friends, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Um,
cool.
and then there were little ones, you know. But
Hmm.
Jim Blakis was another one. Um, I don't know if you remember him. He was a year younger.
Oh,
But he's
okay.
a ball player.
Oh, okay. All right. So how'd you meet your husband?
I forgot to prep that question.
Yeah.
Just um, I went out with his best friend from home, which is in Long Island, um, was who I dated in college, and we were already broken up, but both of us wound up living in DC. And he's like, "My best friend from home's coming up," and that's how we met.
Oh,
And yeah,
and
so
the rest is history.
that's right. We got married in Philadelphia at Fair, Fairmount Park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Cherry Hill Inn, which is no longer there.
Right.
It's the reception.
Wow.
A long time ago.
Long time ago. So Kathy, do you have anybody at East friend wise that you're still in touch with?
Um, well, I'm in touch with Celine, and I'm Facebook friends with a lot of people, and that's been only probably in the recent like 10 years. Uh, but except for Celine, we've kept in touch all along. Um, and I reconnected, you know, who I hung out with the most, it
Yeah.
was junior and senior year, besides Bobby, was Carol Schneider and Bill Kelly. And so I was looking for Carol for a really long time. Finally found her, and we reconnected also through Facebook. But Bill Kelly remains unseen. So if anybody's watching this and knows where he is, I'd really love to see him and talk to him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, we've been
But
able to connect a few
yeah,
people.
it's
So
kind of scarce. There's so many Duke friends that, yeah, that's kind of where I drifted to.
mhm.
They're all over, and then you meet the ones that are graduated behind you or in front of you, and all.
Yeah.
Large contingency here.
Yes. Yes. Especially in the DC area, I imagine.
Yeah.
Do you have a standout memory from high school? Either inside of the hallowed halls or just outside with friends or something?
Well, inside the hallowed halls, I thought about this like a year ago. Carol Schneider and I did that. It was like a gong show talent show or
Oh
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We had a gong show thing. Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly what I feel like we laid on a table with our heads upside down, had scarves or whatever, and faces painted. Anyway, we sang Paradise by the Dashboard Lights, which would not be allowed now in high school at all. I'm shocked that they even let us. Anyway, that was a big memory. And obviously, of course, winning the state championship
Yeah.
is, not something too many people can say they did.
No.
And of course, the walloping party afterwards at Celine's house. And, proms. I went to a lot of proms. Trying to
That's great.
Also, I remember once I had a party at my house. Now, my parents, they didn't drink. But on this particular night, it was supposed to be, 20, 30 people. Hundreds of people show up, and all drinking. And my mom somehow gets a beer or two, and that's all it took. And she's letting everybody in the front door. And I'm downstairs, like, where are all these people coming from? And the next day, all the neighbors are rapping on the door because beer bottles like freaking everywhere. And but it was a lot of fun. And of course, they were like, oh, there's another thing I just now thought of. They had sororities, and they had
Yeah.
a sports sorority.
Yes. Yes.
I want to say it was OE or whatever that stands for,
Yeah.
Theta Epsilon or something. And I remember we had to do bizarre stuff, like in the
Yes.
hallway. You had
Dead
to,
bug in the middle of the hallway.
yeah, things like that. Or you had to wear like all pink to school or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but we had a ski trip.
Oh wow.
And think, what were parents thinking, sending sophomores, juniors, and seniors off to Jack Frost? Like, we never left the house. It's partying the whole time. And yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. I think I did ski once. That was kind of an exaggeration, but there wasn't a lot of skiing going on. It was fun though.
Oh, that's great. That's
That's a couple
great.
memories there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I also remember going to plays. A lot of it. What's all that?
The school plays,
I thought
musicals
they
were
were
always
always
really,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a real excellent drama and musical department for sure. I think the thing that I found as I've talked to people that our school had, like, if you had a, you know, a niche, there was a club or you know, someone that you could hang out and do stuff with. I mean, it was, I think, just about everything. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe all the things I've heard, from a ping pong team to a bowling team to, you know, just you know, everything. It was amazing how many things our school had.
Yeah.
And
Sports wise too.
yeah,
The
absolutely.
only thing they didn't have was girls soccer. It
Yeah.
was always, what do you mean you didn't have girls soccer? I'm like, everybody grew up playing field hockey. That's
Yep.
just what you did.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Have you ever gone back in the building after graduation?
I have not gone in the building, but I did when my mom lived there till 2017. So I was always up there. And I would always take a drive around the parking lot
Yeah.
because the fields still seem so big.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space there in the back. But it's
Yeah.
been a long, long time since I did that.
Yeah.
So I see they're talking about doing that at the reunion or
Yeah. Going
over the
back.
reunion weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
Something like that.
wow, because the only place I remember being like really crowded was there was that cross area kind of
Yeah.
wing.
Yeah. B wing, C wing, whatever. Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, but there was always a mob scene there. I remember.
Yes.
And my
Yes.
locker was in a really bad place in front of the principal's office.
Couldn't get away with much there.
No, well, yeah. My mom was a teacher, so I didn't get away with much.
Your mom was a teacher at school?
No, at Washington, in Washington. What are those counties?
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
nearby
can't
county.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and she started when I was in 8th grade, and she was teaching 8th grade, so she
Yeah.
kind of knew the spiel.
Yeah.
Got caught doing everything.
Yeah. No, Mom, we have absolutely no homework. Yeah, okay, I know that's not true.
More stuff than that.
Yeah.
We'll not talk about that.
Yeah. So did you enjoy high school?
I did. I thought we had a great high school.
Yeah.
It was a very large high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, like my daughter went to a high school. There's like 400 kids per class. They think it's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Nope.
we have double if
Yeah.
not more than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had fun and you know, I loved all the sports. I loved all the people. There was always something to do.
Yeah.
I thought it was great school and great education, great opportunities for different things, as you were mentioning, clubs and all that stuff.
Yeah. So best piece of advice you'd go back and give your 18-year-old self, or maybe you gave your 18-year-old kids.
I still say the same thing to my kids, which is have fun, but make good decisions. That's my parental motto.
That's a good one. And one that we can all pay attention
Yes.
to.
Remember to make good decisions.
Decisions, that's right.
Even in the midst of having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. In
Yeah.
this day and age, it's like be kind.
Yeah.
Kind to
Yeah.
people and know that there's all different types in the world and should get along with all of them. And you know,
Yeah.
don't sweat the small stuff. I think like I don't think we sweated the way kids do now. Like they get more worked up about things that we wouldn't. And I think that's a social media thing.
Yeah. I think
Because
so
everybody
too.
knows what everybody's doing.
Right.
And
Right.
we didn't have that. Like I was shocked.
Our social media was you know, someone walking down the C wing telling you there's a party, there's a party. That was our social media.
Yeah. my daughters were like, "Well, how'd you know where to meet somebody at the mall?" I'm like, "Because you talked on the phone and you went to the spot. You didn't like that's all." You know,
Yeah, old
really
school for sure.
understand it, but I think they do have more stressors on them than we did.
Yeah, yeah. So we've reached our fast and furious finish. And so did you have a favorite TV show or a favorite movie or a favorite book from back during high school?
Um, when did Jaws come out?
Yeah, not I think that's about yeah, I think that's about
Around
the
about that.
time.
I also remember because we did this as a family, which wasn't a normal like not that we didn't do anything as a
Yeah.
family, but we watched that Roots miniseries.
Yeah.
There was like 8 parts or
Yeah,
something.
it was a long
And I
so
remember that being very impactful and
yeah.
horrifying at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
uh,
Did you have a favorite musical group? You mentioned that music's a big part. Did you have a favorite group back in high school or genre of music?
well, I've always liked rock, and I did see Alan Feldman's interview, so we reconnected because of
Oh,
our love for the Grateful Dead,
oh, okay.
at least in my opinion. So
Yeah.
rock and roll music's always been my thing, but I also toted around after the Grateful Dead after college for a lot of years.
For a lot of years.
A lot of years, a lot of shows in the 3 digits, and
Whoa. All right.
just went last summer out to San Francisco to watch their last 3 tour shows.
Oh wow.
Now they're in Las Vegas at Sphere,
Yeah.
um, but
I have a
also
t I have a
bluegrass.
t-shirt that said so I have a t-shirt that said life is good but dead is better, and it's a picture of, guy strumming the guitar, whatever. I made the mistake of wearing it to the senior center, and my friend chastised me. He's like, "You really want a t-shirt that says dead is better at the senior center?" I go,
That's
okay, I
funny.
will rethink that decision.
The next time, yeah. We also do a lot of bluegrass. Um,
Oh wow, okay.
in my younger
Did you
days.
so when I went down to UVA, so being in the South, like you went to school too, did you I developed an interest or an interest in country because you just couldn't not, is kind of where I was. I don't know about you. Did you develop any interest in
And the
country?
country, no, but there's lots of country people around. Bluegrass is a little different than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We used to do festivals and camp
Hmm.
out. You could take the kids and all, so when they were younger. My husband still does it, but I do fewer than him, let's just say. It takes a toll. 3 days of
Camping out, yeah.
camping out and hiking to get to the plan. Yeah. Uh, but always fun and
Yeah.
great music. And yeah.
So, did you have a favorite place to eat? I could be Ponzio's.
Well, it was Ponzios, and then the coastline.
Ah,
Uh, yeah, that's probably a little past graduation now. I don't know.
I think a lot of people have mentioned Coastline, and of course Kaminsky's was
Probably
there.
we got in.
Yeah,
Like nowadays, you couldn't. Well, you
it
know,
was 18 when we were. It was a little
yeah.
easier to
Yeah.
get in.
We also used to go for 2 of the summers, junior and senior year summers. I spent the summer in Ventnor, so it was right next to Margate. So we hit all those Green Gables and the Anchorage, I think it was called. There's a whole bunch of those
Yeah,
bars down there in Margate. Um, yeah.
I had a good time there. All right, so here we go.
I did have to look because I see you did this with people, and I'm like, she's gonna ask me what I think. But I don't even know
But
what I'm.
your quote: "If man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music which he hears." So
There you go.
people march to the beat of a different drummer. I think that quote held up very well.
And it's still very appropriate to this day. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My hair was orange then.
Was
So
it?
you might
Did you
not be able to
swim?
see.
was from
Yeah,
swimming,
I
or?
used remember that sun in stuff?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow, I'll do extra and blow dry it at the same time, and all of a sudden it's orange. My mom was freaking out because it's like it was right during senior pictures.
Yeah. Well, that's okay because these are sepia tones, so no one can tell. All right, so I've changed my next question from language because I decided. How many people do you recall were in our senior class? What's your number that you quote?
I thought it was close to 1,000, over
Okay.
between 900 and
No,
1,000.
okay.
But I don't really know. I also knew that during our graduation, didn't we like blow off the last speaker? Or was that
Well, actually, so Carol Becker Irvine apparently was our last student speaker. She said
it might have
she
been my sister or brother's class then.
uh,
I remember getting everybody calling on which took forever, and then just balloons and champagne
yeah,
bottles and
yeah.
all that stuff that we, you know, hung on ropes around our waist underneath our gowns. Stuff. Oh my goodness!
Someone said that after our year, they apparently instituted some rather more stringent
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought that we kind of like just said, "Well, okay, time to go," and walked out. But then,
could be. Could be. All right. Anything lastly you want to tell anyone, everyone who might be listening to this podcast, your parting shot, as it were?
really, I think this has been great that you're doing this, and
Oh,
it's so interesting to listen to all the podcasts and get people all connected again.
yeah.
And I hope that circle expands
Yeah.
and gets even more people. But I thank you for doing this because I'm sure it takes a lot of time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you are welcome, and it is a labor of love. It's been a lot of fun connecting with people. So,
Yeah.
even Dookies. It's
Yeah, we're supposed to be duking it out here, right?
nah.
I
Anyway,
think there was anything else.
yeah. Well, good. Well, maybe
Oh,
we'll.
yes,
Yeah.
my little.
Oh, yes. There you
Can you
go.
see it? I can't really.
It says the prom from 1980. Looks like. Is that right?
One sec. There we go. It says.
Where's your glasses?
I need my glasses. We may never pass this way again. Senior prom, class of 1980, May 2nd, 1980.
There you go.
And of course, my final plug for my girls that are out there. Our state chair
Yay.
jacket that I still have.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm not a hoarder.
Yeah. Oh, two things. That's pretty good. Well, Kathy, thank you so much. This is
Thank
great.
you.
And maybe we'll see you in April 2025 at the 45th reunion.
Yeah, well, I hope so too. I'm going to be in Florida then, so it'll
be a bit of a trek, but
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Kathy. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
Bye. Thanks for joining me on It's Been How Long? The podcast about Cherry Hill High School East students from the late 1970s and the early 80s. A shout out to my cousin Brad Corbett, whose podcast We Weren't Friends in High School inspired me to do this podcast and whose advice and encouragement have been so helpful. Thanks also to my husband, Randy Cockdale, who read all the fine print on the podcast hosting website so I wouldn't have to. And thanks to Jeff Lyons, content consultant and guinea pig, and to Deborah Smead, also content consultant. And thank you to all our classmates who are listening in. See you next week.